Are you there? Can you hear my voice? Do you hear my breath? Are you out there? Forgive me, priest, for I have sinned in the ring of fire. Tonight, I would have loved you for 1,000 years. I would have died for you. I would have sacrificed it all, my dear. I would have bled for you. Till death do us part. You are unholy right from the start. It's a nice night for a black wedding. Nice night for a black wedding. Nice night for a black wedding.
What is up, guys? Dashing here, bringing you yet another episode of CMV, jumping straight into the action as we always do, and a big old edition of Shockwave here tonight. So massive matches to look forward to, and kicking things off in a big way as Josh Omega prepares to go one-on-one with Amber Reed. Thank you for the resub double 10 months, you beautiful little man, you. And Josh Omega obviously hyped up, not only for this matchup here tonight, but also for a homecoming where he is now set to go one-on-one with Richard Delaney. The matchup made official, rematch from a couple of months ago, and of course Delaney looking to make Omega pay for costing him the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship back at Absolution. But tonight, looking to try and soften up Amber Reed for his tag team partner Hunter Quinn, who lets out a tweet here saying, "Make her suffer, brother." So Hunter Quinn obviously watching and certainly hoping that Omega can do just that and give the advantage to Hunter Quinn going into that Miami street fight at homecoming between the History Maker and the Psycho Killer. But, well, tonight, guys, it's a Puerto Rican street fight. That's right, the Earl against the returning Leon Gara. And there is the History Maker herself, who I'm sure both she and Omega still sore from the no escape match last week on Shockwave, where we of course saw Amber Reed and Richard Delaney put away the Psycho Imperium. But as they say, no rest for the wicked, and especially so here in CMV. Look at Amber Reed's eyes, she can't wait to get Hunter Quinn in that street fight at homecoming, but certainly cannot afford to look past Josh Omega here tonight. Also coming up, guys, our main event handicap match. Gonna see a titanic team up between Bison the Barbarian and Bob Luger taking on Amade Rivers. Cameron Cray and Andrew Briggs' resurgence, and the Arsenal of Justice continuing to work together to try and soften up their respective foes. This could be our match of the night right here, straight out the gate. Omega Reed one-on-one to kick off this blockbuster edition of Shockwave, episode 47. Omega, I'd say, in need of a big win at this point, after having such an explosive debut here in CMV at the start of the new season, winning that #1 Contenders Battle Royal, going on to challenge for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship at Deadly Games, but of course coming up short on that night and then failing to earn contendership once again. But of course, he had his say at Absolution, costing Richard Delaney the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Payback for when Delaney hit him in the back of the head with that Rite of Passage Championship a couple of months ago. And now Omega gonna face the consequences at Homecoming when he takes on the Juggernaut. Whereas right here, right now, he's hoping to give his tag team partner Hunter Quinn an upper hand going into that Miami street fight. Amber Reed back into the ring. Pushed back by Omega. How about this matchup coming up next, though, guys? The undisputed heavyweight champion, Bloody Justice, is in action for the first time since capturing the championship, of course, back at Absolution, thanks in large part to Josh Omega. But he'll be in a triple threat matchup alongside Blake Virtue. And, of course, we know there's a very shaky alliance between Resurgence and the Arsenal of Justice. We just touched on it. They'll also be teaming up in our main event, that handicap match, but a non-title triple threat bout up next. We'll see if that relationship maintains its strength, or if Virtue will try and perhaps pick up a big win over the champion. Kick to the ribs by Reed. And force Omega to kiss the canvas. Very back and forth at the start of this matchup. Another springboard forearm smash. This time goes nowhere. Reed not even having to move. Just miscalculated by Josh Omega. That's the risk you take when you go to the air. Of course, also here tonight, guys, we have 2 medallion matches. Gold medallions on the line. We're going to see who's going to Homecoming to partake in the Rite of Passage Championship match. We know that Joseph Santos and Jay Young will compete for a medallion. Also later on, Harvey Hastings and Ace Reeves competing for a medallion. As Omega coming up from behind tries for a head kick as Amber Reed back and forth here between these two. Scoop slam escapes. They fought multiple times over the past month. Oh, inverted Frankensteiner. That put a stop to Omega's momentum real quick. Knee to the jaw, Reed circling Omega. I think she's cooking up something that Omega ain't gonna like. Psychs him out. DDT right into the pin. 1, 2. Unable to put away Omega, though. Scrambles to his feet. Reed stand on top of him, though, like white on rice. Another DDT. Omega cannot allow this to keep up. But Reed not allowing him to catch his breath. Damn, knee to the face. Finally able to push her back. Grabs her by the hair, does Omega. Short arm boot right to the jaw. And Amber popping right back up. Never going to stay down for very long. Reverse DDT down onto the knee into that Hangman's neck breaker. I know Hunter Quinn is watching. I'm sure Richard Delaney is as well. We know Delaney fixing to rip Omega's head off come Homecoming. That's something Omega can't worry about right now, though. Dropping Amber Reed chest first on the top rope. Not going to let her get very far. Staying on her. Trying to keep the History Maker grounded, wear her down. As he does here with this joint manipulation. Bending back on the wrist and now targeting the kidneys with that knee drop. Omega not finished, though. Discus forearm smash we've seen many times. He's won matches with that, but not content. Gotta be looking for that T. K. Oh! Josh Omega in for a massive win here tonight. 1, 2, no! Amber Reed, of course, kicking out, but Omega not a moment of hesitation, back on the attack to the top rope. Waiting for Reed to get to her feet. Chop! Oh, slip though. Came up just a bit short. Luckily, Amber Reed asleep on her feet. Able to escape the fireman's carry. Kick to the side of the head. Goes low. Set him up with that air raid siren neck breaker. Vintage Reed into the pin quickly. 1, 2. But a kick out at 2.999. Omega knows he can't afford to stay down long. Gets to his feet. But Amber Reed right there to put him back down with the jumping complete shot. Uno, dos, but no tres. No tres for Amber Reed. But just like Omega before, Amber not beating around the bush. Back to work. Omega to his feet with a forearm smash and a pump kick. Enziguri catching Omega off guard. That's all the room Amber needs. Wheelbarrow turned into a DDT. Omega's head got to be feeling some type of way, man. The DDTs have been eaten in this match. And Amber going to focus in on the head with these kicks. And a knee drop going to bust Omega open. Both superstars bleeding. Amber busted open earlier in the match. What is she looking for here? Lining up Omega, knocks him down to the outside. Coming off of the no escape match last week on Shockwave, going into Homecoming. These two pulling no punches though, beating the hell out of each other to kick off Shockwave here tonight. Back into the ring, Omega. His entire forehead there covered in blood, but not going to let that stop him. Big old forearm. Amber continues to move. Omega getting fed up. And try and keep her down by taking out the legs. Amber, they fight her through and through. Forearm to the back of the head. An aggressive pinfall attempt here. The possibility that he might have knocked Amber out, but no such luck for Josh Omega. Lying in wait, though, another discus forearm. Again, no time to waste. Right into another TKO. Scrambles into the pin. Can he do it? 1, 2. No. How in the hell? That's what Josh Omega's got to be asking himself right now. This time to Bretrope. Knee drop attempt. Reed gets out of the way. Right in for the kill. Another air raid siren neck breaker. But Amber not playing around either. Got Omega right where she wants him. Gotta be looking for that knee of hers, but Omega begins to stir. Amber puts him back down with that short arm big boot. Says to hell with it. Looking for another complete shot. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Amber Reed putting away Josh Omega. What a way to kick off the show here tonight. One mistake is all it took there in the end. After Josh Omega missed a knee drop attempt from the second rope, caught by Reed with that air raid siren neck breaker, follows it up with a complete shot, and it's good night, Josh Omega. Showing the wounds of that war, though, and you know, again, Hunter Quinn watching. Even though Josh Omega not able to get the win, Hunter Quinn taking those mental notes, preparing for the Miami street fight at Homecoming. Meanwhile, I'm sure Jelani has a big old smile on his face. Coming up next, the women's hardcore champion Zara Reed looking to kick off her reign with a bang as she takes on Murphy McManus of the Sinners, or at least she's supposed to, but it looks like oh, hang on a second! Zara Reed not looking very interested in partaking in this match, but it's Astrid Stern! Astrid Stern making sure that she doesn't run away here, forcing Reed into the ring and allowing Murphy McManus to take an early shot at the new champion. Well, I'm sure that Zara Reed not thrilled after what happened to her tag team partner last week here on Shockwave. Showwrong, of course, if you didn't see it, pushing Ashley Riot off of the rafters down into a searchlight, a spotlight. And Ashley Riot slated to be out of action for at least the next few weeks, meaning that Zara Reed, all on her own, the resident bullies here in CMV. So the women's hardcore champion, of course, captured the title last week, defeating Celestina Marquez inside of the steel cage. Not too interested in competing here tonight, but Astrid Stern saying, don't forget about me, I've still got a bone to pick with you. Zara, though, now that this matchup has officially started, not going to allow Murphy to try and make off with a big upset win here tonight. Pulling her back into a headbutt. Now going to target the ankle. You know, let's not forget Murphy McManus actually picked up a non-title win against Celestina Marquez last month. She could do it again against Zara Reed here tonight. Might see herself in line for a shot at that women's hardcore championship. Obviously, though, Astrid Stern with ambitions to take it for herself. Kick to the midsection by Murphy, whose sister we saw in action last week on Octane, who lost the hands of Precious Pratt, but the second generation superstar again, trying to capitalize on that bit of help from Stern. Not having such a good go of it thus far, though. Dragon Screw snapping her leg off to the side. Single leg takedown. Gonna watch as Zara Reed rolls to the outside, but stand on her like a monkey on a cupcake with that plancha. My girl flying, and some stomps to follow it up. Trying to prove she has what it takes to contend for that women's hardcore championship, man. Now some closed fists to the face. Nothing pretty about it, but certainly effective. Just like that German suplex down onto the floor. And at last, back into the ring. Zara Reed in all sorts of trouble right now. Without Ashley Riot to back her up, they don't have that numbers game anymore. And obviously, Ashley Stern going to take advantage of that. Thanks to Showwrong, who accomplished what she set out to do, returning to CMV. Looking to make Ashley Riot go through the same pain that she went through after Attack on Australia. Zara, brutal kicks to the face, gonna follow it up by slamming Murphy's face in the canvas. Tries again, but fights back to the second generation superstar. Throws out that forearm smash. Caught. Big old clothesline. Let's not forget, guys, still to come here tonight. We've got undisputed world heavyweight champion Bloody Justice and Blake Virtue in triple threat action. Well, their alliance, shaky alliance, fragile alliance, be maintained. God, Zara Reed is just absolutely beating the hell out of Murphy here. Still not out of the fight yet, though. Going for a pedigree? Yes, indeed. 1, 2, 3, and Murphy McManus picking up a huge non-title win. Well, thanks in large part to Astrid Stern. Otherwise, Murphy wouldn't even have had this opportunity. Zara Reed tried to leave, tried to back out of the match, but Stern made sure that wasn't an option. And Murphy making the most of it. into our third matchup of the evening, my fine feathered friends, and the first of two rite of passage medallions on the line here tonight. Again, a little bit later on, we'll see Harvey Hastings and Ace Reeves compete for a medallion, but right here, right now, it is Jay Young and Joseph Santos competing for a medallion, and you might be surprised to see Ben Stacy at the side of Jay Young after what happened last week on Octane. Guys, shocking. Jay Young attacking Ben Stacy during his match with Deshaun Porter. But Ben Stacy still able to come back, though, and actually get the win against Porter. And afterwards, we saw Stacy track Young down backstage, had him pressed against the wall, was about to beat the hell out of him. Jay Young saying, hey, I did it for you, lad. You won the match. Did you see? I pissed you off. I motivated you. I did it for a reason. And Ben Stacy maybe falling for the charismatic ways of Jay Young, listening to him, and the British sword for now still intact. Young Ben Stacy at ringside for his mentor as the TV Nightmare prepares to take on an old foe. And Joseph Santos touching on the long history between these two, coming up an NGW together. Not the first time they have fought one-on-one, but it's been a long time. Santos saying we are both very different men. From those young guns we were years and years ago. But here tonight, Jay Young, nothing going to stop me from earning that spot in the Rite of Passage Championship match at Homecoming. This is a fired up Santos, a whole new Santos. I would even go so far as to say after his run-in with Morgan, showing just how far he's willing to go. No longer willing to be a pushover. And of course wanting that global championship once again around his waist. And Jay Young wants the exact same thing. Only one of them is going to Homecoming, though, to compete in that Rite of Passage Championship ladder match. As we continue down the road to Ascendance 11, it only gets closer and closer, my friends, but on the way, a couple more pit stops. The next is Homecoming, which was originally going to be this upcoming Monday. It's actually, though, going to be next Friday instead. We've already got a very busy weekend. Of course, tomorrow night is Octane, and Sunday is NGW Checkpoint Miami. Don't miss that. So Homecoming going to be next Friday. Jay Young with a knee drop to the extended arm of Santos, who came out like a bull let loose from its pen. You can see Ben Stacy standing in the corner. Just a look on his face, you can tell he is not happy about what happened last week at Octane, but maybe Jay Young is speaking the truth. Maybe he did do it with pure intentions to try and motivate Ben Stacy, because that was the first win Ben Stacy's picked up in a minute. That attack, obviously fueling the fire, allowed him to defeat Deshaun Porter. I don't know if I entirely buy it, though. The friction, the tension has been palpable for months now between the mentor and protege. But Ben Stacy, at least for now, going to let it be water under the bridge. If I were Ben Stacy, though, I wouldn't be able to tolerate much more. Look at Santos, man. Brutal forearms to the upper back of Jay Young, and now over the top rope. Not going to allow Young to run. We already know that C2 Afasaki earning a spot in the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match, defeating Isaiah Reyes for his gold medallion last week here on Shockwave. Who will join him? The other two medallions to be earned tomorrow night on Octane. We already know one of those matches is going to be Morgan and Jason Spade. That should be a great match, but again, later on, it'll be Harvey Hastings and Ace Reeves competing for a medallion. Let's not forget, guys, our main event here tonight. Big old handicap match, and maybe the biggest team-up we have seen in a long time. Bison and Bob Luger, a titanic duo there, taking on the trio of Amade and Rivers, Cameron Cray and Andrew Briggs. This shaky alliance between Resurgence, the Arsenal of Justice. Super kick out of the corner. Young able to counter it, though. Been a long time since these two last faced off, but They still know each other very well. Joseph Santos almost getting the win and the medallion right there off that Northern Lights suplex. Big old slap across the face. Santos not here to play around. In the corner, right hands. Rolls back. European uppercut. The TV Nightmare having a very hard time keeping up with the pace of the rat in the hat here tonight. Double knees to the chest. Jay Young knows what it takes. He is a former Rite of Passage champion. He, of course, cashed in to win the Global Championship last season. Santos again, taking to the air, but this time comes up short. Went right over Jay Young. Too overzealous there. Luckily, though, able to... Oh! Spiking Young! With an inverted Frankenstein right in front of Ben Stacy. Not lifting a finger to try and help out Young here. Throws him right into the W logo. Hey, W.GG. Use promo code CMV23 to save 10% on your purchase. Helps out the show. As Young tries to shake it off. Back into the ring at the count of 6. Santos waiting for him. Irish whip into the corner. Going after him. Tries for a body splash. Young gets out of the way. That's all the opening he needs. Big drop kick from a Kraken. Double axe handle. Santos gets out of harm's way. Right back into the fight. Young lying in wait. From the fireman's carry, but this gets to taste that top turnbuckle. And now a stomp to the chest, and again, Young wanting to slow things down here. Watch that 5 count. Disqualified here. Pendulum Meteora, and obviously confident is the TV Nightmare. Takes Santos down with that vintage half Nelson suplex into the pin. Could have it one right here. I think Santos is out. 1, 2, and he does. Jay Young gets the win, but oh no, it doesn't look like that's enough. Demanding that Ben Stacy get him a steel chair. Young's not finished. Referee get out of harm's way. But wait a minute, it's Ace Reeves. Ace Reeves to the rescue. A fellow NGW alumni. Saving Santos from potentially being permanently taken out here tonight. Ace, who competes for his own Rite of Passage medallion later on tonight, saving Joseph Santos as the British Sword was keen on eliminating him here. All right, my friends, sorry about the long wait there, but coming up next, the show continues. Big time matchup coming our way. Triple threat non-title matchup as Blake Virtue, the undisputed world heavyweight champion, Bloody Justice, and Situ Apasaki prepare to clash. And what an opportunity for Apasaki, guys, but of course the main story being the fact that there's a very fragile alliance here at CMV between Resurgence and the Arsenal of Justice. We, of course, saw Blake Virtue a couple weeks ago fill in for Bloody Justice against Bison in losing effort, but Virtue going on to say, hey, I did you a favor. You didn't have to face Bison. Now you owe me. And well, Virtue wanting a shot at the undisputed world heavyweight championship. Bloody Justice not too eager to give it to him, though. We will see this alliance between Resurgence and the Arsenal of Justice later on in our main event as well. That handicap match seeing Bison and Bob Luger take on Amare Rivers, Cameron Cray, and Andrew Briggs, guys. But on the topic of handicap matches, major news from the office of our general manager Madison Wright earlier tonight regarding the undisputed world heavyweight championship and its next challenger. That at Homecoming next Friday, we will see Bison the Barbarian take on the team of Blake Virtue and Bloody Justice in a handicap match. If Bison wins, he will get the rematch against Bloody Justice for the undisputed world heavyweight championship. But if Virtue and Bloody Justice win, then Virtue will get that shot at the undisputed world heavyweight championship. So this shaky at best alliance gonna have to be maintained going into Homecoming, and it's going to be tested here in this triple threat match. If Blake Virtue wants that shot he oh so desires at the undisputed world heavyweight championship, whether he likes it or not, going to have to continue to work alongside the man who holds that championship. And this is a golden opportunity dropped in the lap of Situ Apasaki here tonight. Just debuted last week. Of course, punching his ticket to Homecoming in the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match, defeating Isaiah Reyes. But here he is tonight with an opportunity to pick up a win against the undisputed world heavyweight champion and a top contender in one fell swoop. First time we're actually seeing Bloody Justice in action since cashing in at Money in the Bank back at Absolution, beating Richard Chellaney to capture the championship. He was supposed to take out Bison a couple of weeks ago, but thanks to Blake Virtue, that never ended up happening. And now if Bloody Justice can rely on Virtue at a Homecoming, might be able to avoid Bison altogether. And again for C2 Apasaki in only his second matchup here in CMV already, with a shot to become Rite of Passage champion next Friday at Homecoming here tonight, could potentially pick up a win against the undisputed world heavyweight champion. We saw what he did to Isaiah Reyes last week. Damn near ripped that poor boy in half. of course, just saw that Jay Young going to be joining C2 in that Rite of Passage Championship ladder match. We'll see who else joins the lineup later on. Harvey Hastings and Ace Reeves facing off for a medallion. And again, the other two medallions to be fought for tomorrow night on Octane. But also still to come here tonight, guys, along with Harvey Hastings versus Ace Reeves. We've got Gianna back in action, taking on Ruby Rattel of the Uncut Gems. We've got the Puerto Rican street fight as the Earl takes on the returning Leon Gata. And, of course, that big handicap match in our main event, the Titanic team-up between Bison and Bob Luger, taking on Amare Rivers, Cameron Cray, and Andrew Briggs. But right here, right now, the question is, can Bloody Justice and Blake Virtue maintain their partnership at least until Homecoming? Will it even make it through this match right here? Well, we're going to see C2 go right after the big dog, the undisputed world heavyweight champion Virtue, trying to come up from behind, battled back by Alphasaki. There it is, every man for himself in a triple threat match. Virtue clipped with that twist of fate. Gut-wrench suplex going to throw BJ down. Tries to come out of left field as Virtue, but unsuccessful in his attempt. Gourd Buster instead for him. Well, it certainly seems like Virtue and Justice trying to focus mainly on taking Alphasaki out of the equation. Off the ropes now. Samoan drop. What else? But Bloody Justice pouncing on him. Luthez on the right hand's going to crack that jaw. There we go. Forearm to the back of the head. Thrown down. Not even able to square up. That's how big this C2 Alphasaki is. Oh, no disqualifications in a triple threat match, as we well know. Bloody Justice taking apart the steel steps. Doing a bit of redecorating. Takes the steel steps into the ring. Not going to end well for anyone. Nice modified Russian leg sweep. Partners at Homecoming, but opponents here tonight. C2 has the steel steps. Virtue not trying to give him the opportunity to use them. Oh, but as Justice from behind with an N2 lariat, stopping Virtue from going for whatever he was looking for there. Oh, and a one-headed spine buster. Off the ropes, the undisputed world heavyweight champion caught with a power slam into the pin. C2 looking for a gargantuan win in only his second matchup here in CMV. Dropping Justice right down onto his knee. Here comes Virtue with the steel steps. Clocking the newcomer. Barely seemed to even affect him, though. And now he's pissed, taking apart the other set of steel steps. Gonna give Virtue a taste of his own medicine. And now one for Bloody Justice. No way, says the undisputed world heavyweight champion. Throwing him into the W logo again. Use promo code CMV23. 10% off your purchase at w.gg. C2 just going to watch as Bloody Justice taking Virtue for a ride, but the airplane spin into the announce table. Get a bit too close for comfort here. Steel steps everywhere. Oh, God. But back in the ring, look at this. Oh, hang on a minute. It looks like Bloody Justice and Virtue trying to team up to take out C2. Now throws him. Oh! Throws C2 right out onto Bloody Justice, and Virtue trying to act like, oh, it's a mistake. I didn't mean to, but I don't know about that. One miscommunication too many. And now Bloody Justice pissed off. Back into the ring. Was it a mistake or was it not? Who knows? Virtue looking to take advantage now, though. C2 down on the outside. Could be the perfect opportunity for the best bout machine to pick up a huge win. Knee to the face. Quickly into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, man. As close gets. Staying on the attack. Justice able to get out of the way. Hits him with a knee. This may have just become a one-on-one match. C2 seems to be completely out of it at ringside after getting thrown right down on top of Bloody Justice. I just really don't think that was a mistake. Virtue knew full well what he was doing. Oh, and now Bloody Justice grabbing the steel steps. Virtue knocking him out of his hands, though. Jawbreaker! Taking down the champion. Virtue trying to hype himself up here. Virtue could really use a big win like this. Obviously, this new season not been going too well for him. Well, Virtue going to go and wake up C2, who's been asleep over there. Knee drop, and again. And look at Virtue strutting his stuff. Well, I don't know if that was very smart on the part of Virtue. Now Afasaki back in play, and he's pissed. Clothesline. So much oof behind it. Easily knock Virtue's head off and up into the cheap seats. Now look at the military press. Dropped into a European uppercut. Bloody Justice trying to rally a bit of support from these fans here in attendance as C2 with the power bomb. Oh, into the steel post and then down onto the floor. Christ. Justice back to his feet. Now Bloody Justice going to throw Virtue head first into the steel post. That steel post getting more love than me, goddamn. C2 under the ring, busted open. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Jeez, busted. Oh, Bloody Justice busted open. Hard hitting triple threat matchup here. The alliance between Virtue and Bloody Justice. Fragile coming into this matchup. It has not played out very well for the two of them. Freezing shell! God! C2 dropped face first onto the steel steps. He just gets right back up. What a unit. Blood pouring down his face. As Virtue throws Justice back into the ring. C2 going to throw Virtue off to the side. Going for the champion in the ring. Samoan Spike. Countered though. Bloody Justice counters. Virtue from behind. Bloody Justice hasn't realized it. Takes out the referee and Bloody Justice with one right hand there. Everyone back into the ring. Virtue put in a corner, clothesline, takes him off his feet. C2 from behind, kick to the midsection by the champion. Responds in kind to Sapasaki. Gives him a taste of the top rope. I'll tell you what, this kid holding his own against the current undisputed heavyweight champion, one of the best of the best. And Blake Virtue, but gonna make him kiss the canvas, tries to. Goes for the double knees to the back of the head. Afasaki counters. Hook to the jaw, caught by Virtue. Swinging neck breaker. Quickly goes for the cover. Stop playing around, Justice. Breaking up the pin before. Oh, Justice effect! Justice effect! One, and that's all BJ's gonna get. Pin broken up by C2. Drags him over to the ropes. Bloody Justice trying for a big boot, way off there. Catching Afasaki with that spinning back elbow. Afasaki forced to the outside on spaghetti legs. He tries to recover here. Triple threat matchup, non-title. Going into homecoming. Well, of course, Blake Virtue and Bloody Justice going to go up against Bison in a handicap match. The future of the undisputed heavyweight championship up for grabs. Afasaki from behind. Looking for that choke bomb. Stacking him up, but an easy break by Virtue, who gets caught with the Togen Death Grip! Togen Death Grip! Virtue not going down without a fight, though, breaking out of it. Back elbow again. Quickly into the pin, can he steal it? Rope break! Shouldn't be a rope break in a triple threat match, but okay, ref. Oh, God, one-handed power bomb there by Almasaki. Here comes Bloody Justice back in with a big boot. Under the ring he goes, pulling out a kendo stick as Virtue with the go to hell! But from behind with the kendo stick, Virtue with those instincts, eyes in the back of his head, could still go for the pin here. But is he going to? No, he's not. A fool, if you ask me. Now he is. The kick for good measure. 1, 2. Too little, too late, though. Again with the kendo stick. Knocked out of BJ's hands. And now Virtue has the kendo stick. Any sort of alliance at the start of this match out the window now as Virtue over and over with the kendo stick. Oh, to the back of Virtue. Here comes C2 from behind, German suplex. Turned into a ripcord lariat. Able to dodge Virtue there. Back and forth. Again! Again! Go to hell! Go to hell! This time into the pin! 1, 2, 3, and Blake Virtue picking up a big win here tonight. What a match! Well, Bloody Justice is not happy about what transpired in that match, though, guys. Saying, what the hell was that? We're supposed to have an alliance. Bloody Justice is not happy. Neither is Virtue. Can these two get on the same page before Homecoming? The action continues here on Shockwave, episode 47, my friends, as newcomer Gianna, hoping to follow up on her big debut win against Alexia Diamond, tonight taking on Ruby Rattel of the Uncut Gems. And I'm not going to repeat exactly what Ruby Rattel had to say about Gianna when she learned about this matchup here tonight. Some things that just simply aren't very PG. but less than thrilled. Ruby Rattel looking to get some payback, though, on the part of her tag team partner, Alexia Diamond here. Very, very impressed by what we saw from Gianna in her debut in that win against Diamond. Still to come here tonight, the Puerto Rican street fight between the Earl and Leon Gara. And our massive, massive main event handicap match, Bison and Bob Luger taking on Amare Rivers, Cameron Cray, and Andrew Briggs. The uncut gems of CMV. It is Ruby Rattel in action here. Alexia Diamond, though, of course, going to be in her corner. As we continue down the road to Ascendance 11, my friends. On the horizon, the next stop is Homecoming, which is shaping up to be a huge night of action. Well, obviously, guys, Gianna able to overcome the numbers game in her last outing, but can she here tonight as the Uncut Gems have put a target on her back? Again, some less than savory things Rattel had to say about Gianna, but here we go. Referee rings the bell, and Gianna obviously heard that trash talk. Comes out swinging, making Alexia Diamond even cringe as she watches from one side. In-ring debut of Rattel here. Stabbing knees to the chest. Again, Diamond not liking what she's seeing. Far from a great start for Rattel here in this matchup. Coming up next, though, guys, Rite of Passage medallion on the line as Harvey Hastings takes on Ace Reeves, who's going to join the lineup in the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match next Friday at Homecoming. Ace Reeves already a busy boy here tonight. Springboard forearm smashed by Gianna. Tries for another forearm smash. This one caught, though. Rattel clipped that right hook and a Hurricane Rana. Gianna, obviously far from a fan of what Rattel had to say about her earlier this week. What the hell is she doing here? Pulling her up into a modified torture rack. Able to break free, though, is Ruby. And a big boot straight down the gullet of Gianna. Swinging neck breaker. Follows through with a tadpole splash directly into the pin, hoping for a steal here, but no such luck for the newcomer. Back in the fireman's carry position, getting a taste of that top rope. Not too sure what happened there. Gianna, though, back to her feet, just throwing herself at Rattel. Kill switch makes her eat the canvas. Could have the win right here. Uno. Dos! But the Tres eluding Gianna, perhaps not for long. Tries for a stomp. Rattel gets to her feet. Unleashing combination, finishing with that knee to the jaw. Quick thinking by Rattel. Goes to the ropes. Beautiful disaster kick. Gianna just eating it, though. Just like she's going to eat these knees to the back of the head. No! Getting out of the way. Gianna finds herself an opening now, and this is what put away Diamond. Oh, that base plant into the pin. 1, 2. 2.999. Gianna unable to run away with the dub. Stays in the fight, this Rattel, but certainly feeling the effects of this matchup. Desperately trying to make a comeback. Kick to the side of the head out of the schoolboy. Spinning back fist. The striking from Rattel. Lethal thus far. The only thing keeping her head above the water. Non-stop since the bell ring between these two. Sheesh! Nice dodge by Gianna. Eat the beat! Ruby Rattel. Still able to battle back though. Gives kicks to the face again. She's going to go for the double knees to the back of the head. Scrambles into the pin, making sure to hook that leg go. The win close. No cigar though. Alexia Diamond hyped up at ringside as Ruby Rattel looks to put Gianna away. Gonna give her the kill switch. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Gianna kicking out with such force there. Set Rattel up into the air, but from the top rope, Ruby Rattel making a big comeback in this match. DDT! Holy shit, spiking Gianna. And not done. Unless Gianna has anything to say about it. Gets free, chop block to the bare knee. Basement drop kick. Rattel taking it with a pinch of salt. Hook to the jaw, spinning around. Sleeper! Sleeper applied! Sleeper applied out of nowhere by Ruby. Gianna, in danger of being put to sleep, escapes with the jawbreaker. Slowly she gets to her feet. Hard hitting, million miles a minute matchup here between these two rookies. This is a break from Gianna. Pushed back by Rattel. Both women to their feet. Gianna gonna send Ruby down to the outside. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Gianna content to watch though. Rattel back into the ring. No clean ring entry though. Gianna on her. Doesn't work quick enough though. Sent into the ropes on the rebound. Blows right past her. Bicycle knee. Gianna down, but not for long. Back up. Shot to the gut, and again, one more time, Rattel breaks herself free. There's two newcomers to CMV desperate to prove themselves. Oh, again! Another kill switch from Ruby Rattel, middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, and Ruby Rattel putting away Gianna. Big win for the Uncut Gems here tonight. Highly competitive, man, from bell to bell there, but obviously that trash talk from Ruby Rattel getting under the skin of Gianna. Not able to keep her emotions in check as we saw in this match, and it cost her in the end. A successful debut for Rattel to get another big win for the Uncut Gems here. Well, it's our tertiary main event. Next, guys, in a matchup that could potentially steal the show. And that's saying something, considering the great matches we have had so far. The match is still to come. The Puerto Rican street fight between the Earl and Leon Gunn. Of course, that huge handicap match in our main event. But it is Harvey Hastings of Kill Your Heroes preparing to go one-on-one with Ace Reeves for a rite of passage medallion. And Ace Reeves already been a busy boy here tonight. We saw him earlier tonight saving Joseph Santos from potentially being on the receiving end of a brutal beatdown at the hands of the British Sword after Jay Young defeated Santos to earn a medallion himself. Brought out a steel chair before he could use it, though. Reeves in to make the save. And now Ace Reeves focused on his own problems, and a big problem in Harvey Hastings. Kill Your Heroes looking for perhaps more championship gold to be added to the ranks. Harvey Hastings can capture that rite of passage championship at Homecoming. And of course, tomorrow night on Octane, Peligro of Kill Your Heroes set to defend his Anarchy Championship against Ugmure, the winner of Rage in a Cage last week here on Shockwave. Two all-time greats colliding for what I believe is the very first time ever here tonight. Yeah, it's a big night for Kill Your Heroes overall this weekend. There's also tomorrow night on Octane, James Wolfe taking on the Bloody Brit, and if Bloody Brit wins, he gets to pick the stipulation for he and Wolf's rematch next Friday at Homecoming. A must-win situation there for James Wolfe. Last thing Josh wants is Chris Andrews cooking up something sinister. Again, Ace Reeves saving Joseph Santos earlier tonight. I'm sure very grateful as the rat in the hat, but now Ace focusing on earning himself a rite of passage medallion. So here we go. Harvey Hastings, Ace Reeves. First time ever encounter. And they both just go right at it. No feeling out process here between two veterans. Attempted a leg kick off the ropes, caught by Harvey. Into the pin. Could it be that easy for Double H? Almost. Almost, but not quite. Drop kick, putting the gravity manipulator down. Kick to the midsection, though. Quickly gets sent into the corner. Hastings. Elbow to the gut, setting him up for a springboard clothesline. My man's moving. You wouldn't look at Harvey Hastings and the way he's moving in that ring right now and think he is the oldest active competitor on the CMV roster today. Moves with the absolute best of them in that squared circle. Ace Reeves again put in the corner, going for a clothesline. This time Ace gets up an elbow though. Flashback. Again, a rite of passage medallion is what's at stake here. The winner going to that ladder match at Homecoming. Join Situ Altasaki and Jay Young, who have already earned their medallions. And the other two medallions up for grabs tomorrow night on Octane. We already know Morgan and Jason Spade going to be competing for one. Up to the top rope goes Ace Reeves. Perfect positioning. Waiting, though, for Harvey to get to his feet. Goes for a Hurricane Run, and maybe what a counter by the Assassin. A sit-out powerbomb. DDT to follow it up. Sheesh. Takes a step back, drop kick to the side of the head. Ace forced to retreat here. Harvey giving him everything he's got and then some. Oh, look at Ace. Cheeky. Outmaneuvering Harvey and throws him back first into the barricade. Count of 3 as Ace Reeves tosses Harvey back into the ring. In a long time. Again, an ace. Cheeks here tonight, bro. My man playing around. Harvey not a fan of that. Trying for a vertical suplex. Ace, though, able to get free. Chop block. Taking Harvey down. Not keeping him down, though. Basement drop kick sidestepped. After fireman's carry, dropped on the top rope. Goes for the legs of Ace Reeves. Kept at bay, though. Gonna go for that springboard paint leg kick this time. It connects. Straight back to his feet. Caught with the vintage spinning back kick. 1, 2. So nearly earning himself that gold medallion. Ace Reeves, though, on the attack. Hurricane Rana. No time to waste with such an opportunity at stake here. Oh, airplane spin. Around and around we go. I'm getting a bit nauseous watching this. Ace Reeves trying to send Harvey Hastings into another dimension. Gotta be careful. Ace Reeves gonna knock himself loopy. And now the Whirly Bird head scissors is caught in a vortex right now as Double H. Harvey Hastings into the ring. Ace Reeves forced to pursue. Boot to the chest, gonna knock Ace Reeves into the ropes. Sent down to the outside. Harvey Hastings lining up his shot. What is he thinking? Oh, caught with a massive right hand. Ace Reeves catching Harvey up. Kudo driver. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Huh? Insane kick out there by Harvey Hastings. Now gets busted open off those elbows. Standing shooting star. Ace has to pace himself, especially against someone like Harvey Hastings. Wicked looking gash, though. Goes low. Tornado kick. Ace crumbling. Harvey going for the standing shooting star press. Ace getting the knees up. Very similar offense between these two. Leg drop to where the sun don't shine. Come on now. Not the boys downstairs. Some stomps between the shoulder blades of Harvey Hastings. There's that standing shooting star press he wanted so bad. Harvey says, get me the fuck out of here. But Ace, off the top, corkscrew senton to the outside. Another elbow right to that cut. Just trying to worsen it. Trying to bleed Harvey Hastings dry. Absolutely incredible matchup here in our tertiary main event. Rite of passage medallion on the line. Two veterans to the top rope. Ace Reeves. Moonsault. Perfectly executed. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Ace Reeves is going to homecoming. Earns himself that gold medallion. What a match. Big night for Ace Reeves. A hero and a winner. There's the moonsault that did it. Spectacular form. And Ace Reeves making his way into the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match. A step away from becoming world champion once again. It is our co-main event coming up next, my fine feathered friends. The Puerto Rican street fight as the Earl takes on the returning Leon Gata. And of course, no matter the result of this matchup here tonight, both these men set to partake in that fatal four-way matchup next Friday at Homecoming for the Intercontinental Championship alongside John Lipnick and, of course, the defending champion Fidel De La Rosa. But the question is, will either of these men be making it to Homecoming in one piece? The Earl very hesitant to partake in this matchup at first, wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. But after Madison Wright made it official, the Earl picking himself up, fastening his trousers, and hoping to potentially put Leon Gata right back on the shelf. Of course, Gata been out of action, guys, for the last few weeks after last month. The Earl defeating Leon Gata one-on-one. And that wasn't enough. Afterwards, grabbing a steel chair, targeting his arm, turning it into hamburger meat. Gata, a man out for vengeance here tonight. Leon Gata calling on his roots here tonight. Hardcore wrestling as we know it, getting its start in Puerto Rico. And Leon Gata looking to introduce the Earl to the Puerto Rican street fight here tonight. Well, Leon Gata looking to be in tip-top shape. But we'll truly find out once that bell rings. And as this is a street fight, that means anything goes, baby. There are no countouts, no disqualifications, pinfall submissions, count anywhere. And the Earl coming out, swinging Luthez pressing some right hands. Gata not ready for that. Back into the full mount, some more right hands. Don't forget, guys, the Earl unbeaten one-on-one, but overall has only been pinned once since debuting here in CMV, and that was by Leon Gata in that fatal five-way match last month. Nice counter there by Gata. Not letting Earl take the ball and go home so quickly. Off the top, sent him across the ring with the arm drag. And a kick to the side of the head, stopping him from getting up so quickly. Earl last week on Shockwave picking up a win against the Prophet. Shanaz Andoni, tag team partner Leon Gata. Earl relishing in that. Drop to the outside again. No countouts here. Pinfall submissions count anywhere. Oh, the heel of his boot to the upper back of Gata. Double leg takedown. The Earl, a brawler, man, and he's giving it all to Gata at the start of this match. Psychs him out. DDT down onto the floor. Hooks the leg right here in front of the announce table. Trying to beat Gata at his own game. And now catches him. Hang on. Guillotine. Guillotine locked in by the Earl. He's not playing around, man. He's trying to save himself for Homecoming. Wants to put away Gata as quickly as he can here tonight. That's evident. Easier said than done, though. Catching that kick. Tries for a cheeky jab. Gata rolls him up. Wait a minute. Kick to the side of the head. Now these guys are getting very close to the announce table here. DDT. Kick to the midsection. Sending Gata chest first into the apron. Now back into the ring. No disqualifications. The Earl dragging out a ladder. A big ladder. What is he doing? No! The ladder bridge constructed. Gata! Gata with a Hurricane Rana from the ring to the outside. The Earl too busy fooling around with the ladder. Battling back now with some elbows to the midsection. Oh, This is usually a staple of Peligro matches. Gotta bust it open. Now dropped on the ladder. Face first. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it tomorrow night on October. Peligro defends his Anarchy Championship against Outbjorn, but DDT off the wheelbarrow setup. Gotta wanted this. He wanted the Puerto Rican street fight. He's getting it. Oh, now dropping. Got his entire body on top of the ladder. As he grabs his arm, extends it, stomping away on Gada's bare hand. Not finished. Remember, it was the arm of Leon Gada that the Earl last month used that steel chair to tear apart. Earl wants Gada back on the shelf, focusing in on the arms. This is hard to watch. The Earl is lost in here. Choking out Gada. Again, dragging him over to the ladder. Come on, man. Not again. Another snake eyes onto the ladder itself before tossing him back into the ring. The Earl content, and I think he's looking to finish Gada off for good, but Gada's not done yet. Gada still got some fight left. Blood all over his face. Ain't no quit in him. Basement drop kick taking Earl down. Quickly into the corner he goes, looking for refuge, but Gada stand on top of him like peanut butter on jelly. Earl clipping him with that elbow, that's all he needs. Needing a gun, another axe kick. To the outside goes Earl. Back in though. Oh no, Earl has won many matches. Kiss the fist. Decapitation. 1, 2. But not tonight. The Earl jaw dropped, shocked. He ain't finished though. Gotta be looking for Old World Blues, and there it is. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. The Earl putting down Leon Gada here tonight, beating him at his own game. The last 3-4 minutes of that match, genuinely tough to watch. The Earl popping off, using that ladder bridge to absolutely torture Leon Gada. Going after his arms as well, guys. Gada, no way he's going to be at 100% come homecoming next Friday. But a smile on the face of the Earl, a smile that only get bigger if he can leave Miami with that Intercontinental Championship. Lads and gents, it is main event time here on Shockwave, episode 47, and a titanic team-up on its way. As, of course, Bison the Barbarian and Bob Luger preparing to take on the alliance of the Arsenal of Justice and Resurgence. The big news earlier tonight, we found out that at Homecoming, Bison will be taking on Blake Virtue and Bloody Justice in a handicap match where if Bison wins, he will get his rematch against Bloody Justice for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. And if Virtue and Justice win, then Virtue gets that shot at the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. You saw earlier tonight, Virtue and Justice struggling to maintain this very fragile alliance in that triple threat match, coming to blows after the match. Bison hoping to potentially capitalize on that at Homecoming, but here tonight, having to do something he's not very good at, and that's playing well with others. Even though this is still a handicap match, I'm sure Bob Luger elated to have a bit of help from Bison here, as he's obviously been vastly outnumbered by Resurgence the last few weeks with Xander Slate out of action. Not set to return until Homecoming. We actually had Xander Slate come out here earlier tonight. Very passionate speech to the CMV universe about his journey so far, finding the light thanks to Bob Luger and his return at Homecoming alongside Luger, set to defend those unified World Tag Team titles against Resurgence. The fact that Luger's even still standing a testament to this man's strength, literal and figurative. I mean, just last week here on Shockwave, Cameron Cray knocking him out in lethal lockup. The week before that, absolutely ganged up on by Resurgence like a pack of hyenas, but still, Luger stands. Resurgence doing all they can to make sure Luger does not make it to Homecoming. Easier said than done, though. What a team. Bison and Bob Luger side by side. And I'm sure Bison less than thrilled to be seeing Amare Rivers on the opposite side of the ring once again. This man a thorn in the side of Bison at the start of the new season. Amare Rivers, one of only two men to beat the Barbarian one-on-one. Representing the Arsenal of Justice here tonight in this handicap match. Cameron Cray and Andrew Briggs, the representatives of Resurgence here in this matchup, and of course the men who will challenge Click for the Unified World Tag Team Championship next Friday at Homecoming. And it was Cameron Cray who brutally knocked out Bob Luger and lethal lockup last week here on Shockwave. Alongside Dave Turner and Blake Virtue, a group of living legends, Hall of Famers, sick and tired of being pushed aside and overlooked, coming to take what they want, not letting anyone stand in their way. handicap match. Bison and Bob Luger taking out Amar Ray Rivers, Cameron Cray, and Andrew Briggs. One last-ditch effort to try and stop Bison and Luger from making it to homecoming in one piece. Look at this. Bison and Rivers going to kick things off against each other. Picking up where they left off a couple of months ago as Amar Ray puts Bison in the corner. Shoulder thrust and another one. Taking Bison off his feet, picks him up out of the corner for a sit-out powerbomb. Again, Bison far from a team player. In fact, I think this is the first tag team matchup Bison has had since his return to CMV. Far from thrilled about it. I'm sure he would even prefer to go up against these three on his own, but well, he'll have his chance at homecoming against Blake Virtue. And Bloody Justice, holy shit! What a choke slam from the Barbarian. Been on an absolute rampage, I should say meaner than usual, after losing his undisputed World Heavyweight Championship back at Absolution to Richard Delaney, who then got attacked by Josh Omega and cashed in on by Bloody Justice, who means technically Bison, not even the former undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, which is why he has to earn his rematch for that undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Earn it he looks to at homecoming in that handicap match, but tonight, whether he likes it or not, Luger here to back him up. And like I said, I'm sure Luger is at least happy to have Bison watching his back. Remember, it's Amar Ray Rivers, the legal man, but Luger too busy taking out Cameron Craig, tag made to Andrew Briggs. Luger counting down the days until he and his brother are reunited. Xander Slate returns at homecoming, defending a unified World Tag Team Championship against Resurgence, tag made to Bison. Just running down Andrew Briggs. Be careful with those horns. Never forget, Bison formerly sued by Schmitty for the use of those horns. Grabbing him by the head, smashing him into the canvas. Now on the rebound. Stiff punch to the gut. Gonna suck to get right up out of him. Gets tossed overhead with a German suplex. The sight of Bison in court stood this day. Picture him in his suit, wearing his mask with the horns. Just sat behind the desk. Amar Ray Rivers. Corkscrew moonsault to the outside, tossing the Barbarian overhead with a German suplex as Luger keeping watch there from the apron. Down the floor as Amar Ray Rivers drops Bison down onto the apron. Now, technically, Amar Ray Rivers, Bison 1-1. Amar Rivers did beat Bison at the top of the new season. Bison got his payback, though, in that tables match. Back into the room we go at the count of 7. Bison with a spine buster. Every single move Bison hits, just murderous intense. No soft landings. God. Pinfall attempt, but no such luck. Andrew Briggs making the save at the count of 1. Tag made to Bob Luger as Amar Ray Rivers fixing to make the tag himself to Cameron Cray. Tries to go for his vintage wheel kick. Cray. Sit out powerbomb, but work ethic titan. To the outside, but straight back into the fight. Cray, keep busy jibber jabbering, chatting shit, mate. Brushing up on my vocabulary ahead of Ascendance 11. Gotta make sure I can speak their native tongue. Pulling Cray in for a one-night stand. Maybe the Luger of old knows what that's all about. Off the ropes, Craig quickly taken down the snap German suplex, bridge to pin, but a 1 count is all he's gonna get. Main event here, handicap match. Bison and Luger up against Rivers, Cray, and Briggs. A week away from homecoming. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Octane, guys, and this Sunday, NGW Checkpoint Miami. Don't want to miss out on that big show, featuring the championship scramble. As Cray with an Emerald Flosion to take out Bob Luger. That's what he knocked him out with last week here on Shockwave. Almost able to put him away here tonight. Bison, busy mean-bugging Andrew Briggs, caught from behind. With that backstabber, didn't seem to do very much though. Straight back up. Cray too focused on him. Allows Luger grabbing at the arm. It's definitely zeroed in on that left arm of Cameron Cray now. Tag to the Barbarian. Cameron Cray standing his ground. Squashed with an air raid siren. Cray rolling to the outside preemptively. Bison beating him to the punch. And now a snake eyes onto the apron. Grabs Cray by the head, slams him down onto the floor, but Cray fights back quickly into the ring. Trying to outmaneuver the Barbarian. Looks like maybe more focused on Bob Luger. Want to take your eyes off of Bison. Listen here, DDT off the apron. Craig quickly collects him back into the ring. Luger trying to cut off Craig, give Bison the opportunity. Going to use that opportunity to go after Amare Rivers. Now Andrew Briggs. Able to keep him back. Kamare just trying to keep Bison distracted. Oh my God, what is Bison doing? Oh God! Cray back in. From behind, unable to take advantage though. Back and forth. Bison again gonna use those horns. Shooting himself out like a torpedo. Cameron Cray gonna do what he does best. East and Evil trying to break the fingers of Bison. No effect, no spear attempt. Toss him off to the side like it ain't no thing. And now a forearm smash to put the Barbarian down to the corner. Quick pinfall attempt, hoping he gets lucky, but Luger not gonna give it a chance. Bison. Chop to the throat, send Cameron Cray up! God damn! Cray blasted into another dimension, but even though Luger able to run interference, Cray kicking out on his own. Big kick out from Cameron Cray there. Bison lighted up his shot for that double axe out to the top of the head. Look how Bison just so easily picking him up on the back of his head. Inverted choke slam. Oh, the cave-in! Grabs the legs! That's what he beat Blake Burchett with a couple weeks ago, but not going to beat Cray with a hit tonight thanks to Andrew Briggs. Bison takes a step back! Knee to the face! My man's just throwing absolutely everything at Cameron Cray here. And still not finished! Whatever you're trying for there, Cray says, no thank you, sir. Set out powerbomb out of desperation. Dragging Bison into the corner, desperate as he to make a tag here. And make a tag he does to Amare Rivers. Double back body drop. Bison, though, straight back up, of course. Nothing to keep Bison down for very long. Something Amare Rivers knows very well. Look at the power of Amare, though. Military press to the 300-plus pound Bison and a moonsault to follow it up. Some pizzazz. Some sparkle. Shimmer. Not a fan of this Bison. Trying to take Rivers for a walk, but breaks free. Kick to the back of the knee. F5! F5! Can Amare do it again? 1, 2! He almost does. He almost does. He's not finished, though. If that didn't do the trick, perhaps the accordion rack drop will. Vintage Amare Rivers, we know what usually follows that. The standing corporate splash. Bison knows it, though. Cave in! Putting a hole through Amare's head. Broken up by Andrew Briggs. Luger says enough already. Sending Briggs down to the outside, going to keep him busy. Still got Cameron Trey to worry about, though. Clothesline by Amare, kip up. Oh, God, Luger getting ganged up on. Something he's used to over the last few weeks. Another cave-in! Bison gonna try to steal it here. But Cameron Craig beating Luger into the ring. Oh, Bison's pissed now. He's livid. Taking it out on Andrew Briggs. Yeeting Amare overhead. Bison. Spine buster. Back of Amare's head smacking off the canvas. Pinfall attempt as Bison hopes this will be enough, but Andrew Briggs somehow already back to his feet and able to make the save. Makes him pay, though. Sends Briggs to the outside. Amare out onto the apron. Drags him back in, face plant. Powerbomb followed up by a bicycle knee! Always amazes me how fast Bison is. For a man his size, a man as brutal as he is. No one-trick pony, though. Now Bison makes a tag. Quickly to Bob Luger. A tag also made to Andrew Briggs, who walks right into a Coney Island Cyclone. No! Escapes the very last second. Goes Andrew Briggs. Will kick from Luger, though. Always something in the back pocket of the work ethic Titan. Spins him around. Crossface! Crossface locked in! Crossface locked in! Amare Rivers breaks it up. Bison still down on the outside. Looks like Amare Rivers going to make sure he stays there. As I mentioned before, though, nothing keeps Bison down for very long. Bob Luger doing all he can here. Trying to focus in on the arms of Andrew Briggs. Wear him down. Try to lock in another crossface or maybe even the cross arm bar. Right now he goes for a kick. Luger landing perhaps, but Andrew Briggs wants none of it. Smushes his face into the canvas, just adding insult to injury. Nothing technical about it, but maintains control for Andrew Briggs. Big old punch to the forehead of the cardio maniac Briggs. Now from the corner, Vintage knee to the temple, busts Luger open into the pin. 1, 2. Bison not lifting a finger there to try to help out Luger. Like we said at the start of the match, though, Bison not a team player. In the corner, Shining Wizard throws him down as Vintage gets from Andrew Briggs. Now Bison coming in, making the save, breaking it up at the count of 1. Looks like Briggs still has a little left for Bob Luger. Comes back to life though, does the work at the Titan. Another wheel kick. Always handing him out, baby, like candy on a Halloween. Snapped as the arm of Andrew Briggs over the knee of Bob Luger. Makes that tag to Bison. A man pinned only twice since his return to CMV. And for a man who doesn't play well with others, I wouldn't say he's doing fantastic in this matchup, but better than I expected. Inverted Olympic slam into the pin. Bison, very rarely do we see him go for frequent pins like this, but even Bison, a man who wants to keep himself fresh going into that massive match next week at Homecoming. Fighting for his shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Countered as Bison. Andrew Briggs, Shining Wizard! Shining Wizard from Briggs! Flips him over, hooks the leg. Saved is this matchup by Luger. Doesn't seem like Briggs is done though, to the top rope. Body splash! Grabs the leg. 1, 2! Bison into the corner. In very rough shape right now as the former undisputed world heavyweight champion. Makes a tag to a bloody Bob Luger. Gets caught with a drop kick. Almost instantaneously, tag made to Cameron Cray. Cray, Emerald Flosion perhaps again. Luger says not this time. German suplex. Spins him around, lariat. Turning him inside out. Bob Luger can't afford to beat around the bush in this match. Cross arm bars locked in. Cross arm bars locked in. But an easy break up there for Amare Rivers. Cameron Cray almost insulted that Bob Luger would try to tap him out there. Fancies himself the technical wrestler here in CMV. Hard to argue. Right now, Cameron Cray just relishing this opportunity to pick Bob Luger apart. Pick up where he left off last week in lethal lockup. But if we've learned one thing over the past few weeks from Bob Luger, it's that there's no surrender in him. No quit. Hot tag made to Andrew Briggs. Luger catching him with the Coney Island Cyclone. No escape this time. Into the pin. 1, 2. Briggs at 2.999. Back to work on the arm. Exhausted as Luger, bleeding profusely, makes the tag to Bison, hoping maybe he can bring this match to an end. And perhaps he, oh my God, the headbutt! Another one with the horns, busting Briggs open! Absolute brutality! And now Bison taking Briggs out to bring it home! What a Amare! Breaking up the pin. Bison Breaker! Bison Breaker! Bison Breaker! To Amare Rivers. Trying to take out Cameron Cray as well. TKO. Putting Briggs back down. Scrambling. Attacking anything that moves. But the numbers game is what it's all about here in our main event. Rivers, Cray, and Briggs, they've got that advantage. And they are using it expertly here. Doesn't matter what Bison or Luger do. They're outnumbered here. Rivers Rivers continuing to show off the power. Dragging Bison, or at least trying to drag Bison across the ring. Nobody drags Bison, though. Come on now, son. Another inverted Olympic slam. Bison walks his way over to the corner. Making a tag to Bob Luger, but Amari Rivers standing in his way, going to walk him all the way back into the opposite corner. Amari wants Bison in that corner. Wants to keep him there. Tag made to Cameron Cray. Look at this team up. Oh, right to the ribs. Jesus Christ. Torn apart is Bison. Still able to fight back, though. Quicker is Cameron Craig, caught with a barrage of forearms. And the KO! What a counter! Counters the cave-in with a sit-out powerbomb into the Emerald Explosion. Hooks the leg. One Luger. Breaking through to make the save. Took out the referee. Bob Luger just hit a woman. Alert, alert. It was a mistake, a genuine mistake. He hit me too. The referee, at least for a moment, taken out of action here. Forget who's legal. I believe Bison is the legal man. Cameron Cray fully focused on Bob Luger here, though. Take to the midsection. Bison! A breaker! Doesn't even go for the pin! The Madman! And that was a mistake. Cameron Cray counters into a vertical suplex. Absolutely wild handicap matchup here in our main event. Briggs put in the corner, but able to fight through with a forearm smash. Quickly takes Bison off his feet as he goes to the corner. But Bison not going to give him a chance to set up for that knee trembler. Another spine buster. Very slowly, Bison walks over to make the tag. This might be Bison's longest match in CMV since his return. Luger landing! Luger landing! 1, 2! How did he kick out? How? How? Cameron Cray trying to figure out what to do here. Bison going to catch him at ringside. Oh, terminating spike! Back in the ring. Wheelbarrow neckbreaker kick to the top of the head by Briggs, though. Here comes Amari Rivers to help out Cameron Cray as Briggs attempting to steal a pin. Both men just throwing themselves at each other. Forehead of Bob Luger covered in blood dripping down his face. Andrew Briggs making the tag to Amari Rivers. Luger letting it be known he might not look so great right now, baby, but he ain't out of the fight yet. Never out of the fight. Never can Bob Luger be counted out. Tries to make the tag to Bison. An assist! An assist from the Barbarian. Luger follows up with a hammerlock side slam. Looks like Luger has caught that second wind here. He's just giving Amari Rivers everything he can handle and then more. Tearing at his arms. Relentless. It's the work ethic titan. Jesus Christ, man. Briggs finally back up onto the apron, and that's when Luger decides it's the time to hit the Luger landing into the pin, but oh man, I thought that would finally be it. Trey with a delayed save, but a save nonetheless. Luger says, I don't mind. I can go all night. Or maybe not. Cody on Cyclone gets countered. Elbows to the side of the head, spins him around. Stretching Luger before dropping him. Falls into the pin. Bison not helping. Luckily, Luger able to kick out on his own. Tag made to Andrew Briggs as Luger staring up the lights, man. Looking like he's in La La Land right about now. I don't know if there's anything left for Bob Luger here. And Andrew Briggs knows it. Throws him into the corner. Shining Wizard. Shoots the half. Hooks the leg. Makes the save. This Bison. Bison just deciding when he wants to help him, when he doesn't. Luger is just dead to rights right now, man. Dragged into the corner. Tag made to Amare Rivers. They're just throwing around a ragdoll at this point. A sign of life. Dragon screw from Luger. Pulls Amare up. With whatever he has left, trying to get him into the corner. Trying to make a tag. Amare doesn't allow it to happen. Another assist. Snapdragon suplex. Kick to the top of the head. Cross-legged fisherman's driver, Amare Rivers. Letting out a woo, but as his back is turned, Luger making a tag to Bison. Rivers realizing, oh shit. In comes the Barbarian like a heat-seeking missile. Amare with a kick to the gut. Bit overzealous though. Bison tries for another cave-in. Instead, gonna obliterate Amare Rivers, but with no help from Luger. That's gonna be an easy breakup for Andrew Briggs. Easy, but not without consequence. Slapjack. And a Bison breaker for good measure. But the distraction allows Amare to clip Bison. Tag made to Cameron Cray. Bison rolls to the outside, though, joining Bob Luger. Looks like Cray more interested in Bob Luger, though. That's no good, Bison. A Russian leg sweep into the barricade. Back into the ring now, gonna let Luger follow up on the attack as Bison doing his best to take out Amare Rivers and Andrew Briggs. Well, there goes Rivers at least. Gray served up to Bison on a silver platter, but East End Evil taking Bison down. Stomp to the middle of the back, a snap, crackle, and a pop. As that cut just gets even worse on Luger's forehead. I don't know how any of these guys have anything left at this point. This has been an absolutely brutal handicap match in our main event. I firmly believe Bison and Bob Luger may have had this match won multiple times, but again, it's the numbers advantage. Wait a minute, Bison going for the pin. How? 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 How did Andrew Briggs kick out? How? Well, Cameron Craig, not the legal man here. Andrew Briggs still is. Desperate pin by Bison, but perhaps that desperation will pay off here. Oh, it would have. It would have, but Cray makes the save. Unbelievable. 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 Tag to Luger. Luger peering through his blood-soaked eyes. Cheap shot from Amare Rivers. Luger right back in the corner. Double back body drop. I don't know if Luger's going to even make it to homecoming at this point, man. After all he's been through. Oh my God! Amare! With a springboard shooting star press to the outside. Responds does Luger with a one-night stand. After all Luger has gone through over the last few weeks. Everything he's gone through in this matchup, just look at his face. If he does walk into homecoming, man, in what condition? Half dead. An expert strategy on the part of Resurgence. Doing all they can to handicap Luger ahead of time. Look how fast Luger acts! Catching Amare Rivers with the cross armbar, but just before he can tap, Cameron Cray makes the save. And the arm of Amare hanging on by a thread. Tag made to Briggs, or rather Cameron Cray, I should say. Clothesline into the pin. Anything at this point, I believe, could well be enough. Bison makes the save, but Bob Luger far from out of the woods. The fact that Luger could even still stand on his own is impressive. He gets trapped in the corner here, and Cray gonna do what he does best. Try and mutilate Bob Luger here. Not so easily done, though. Luger with a desperate pin attempt. That almost pays off. Briggs, though, makes sure it does not. Throws him to the outside. Knocking Amare Rivers off the apron as well. Bison going to take care of business at ringside, or at least I thought Briggs is following him. Briggs keeping an eye on Bison here, joining the other team. What is Briggs doing? Having himself a good old time. Perhaps a concussion. I wouldn't be surprised if every single one of these guys has a concussion right now. Bison with a Bison breaker. Perhaps the 10th one in this match. I'm not sure at this point. Immediately tags Luger back in. And Luger gonna follow up on the Bison breaker with a Coney Island Cyclone. Still not enough. Bison breaker, Coney Island Cyclone, and a Luger landing. Busting Cray open. Only a 1 count though. Briggs makes the save, gets sent to the outside by Bison. What was Madison Wright thinking putting this handicap match together in our main event? Tough landing there for Luger, jeez. Emerald explosion! Once again! 1, 2, broken up by Bison. Everyone going after Bison now. Giving Luger the chance, at least, to try and recover what little he can. recover some fumes. Bison gotta get out of the ring though. He's gonna get disqualified right here. Cameron Craig retreating into his corner. Not gonna find safety there though. Arm wrench by Luger. Tag made to Bison. Bison not in much better shape though. Dragging Cray by the back of his neck. Up against the ropes just to catch him on the rebound. Attempts to go low. And Bison moving a lot slower than he usually does at this point in the match. Everybody bleeding, drenched in sweat and blood. Mari Rivers decides he's going to take a cheap shot at Bob Luger. Back suplex right down onto the apron, which we all know is the hardest part of the ring. Interesting swinging sit-out face buster there by Bison. Able to dodge that forearm smash. Mare, though, blocking the Tiger suplex attempt, stomping on the foot of the Barbarian. Now this fight's getting taken up the ramp. Oh, God, onto the concrete floor. That little bit of concrete between the end of the ramp and the beginning of the ringside area. He's trying to crack open Amari's skull. Just before the count of 8, Bison back into the ring. Amari caught by Luger with that cheap shot right into the hands of the Barbarian. One. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on my soul and the souls of these men. Alright, just casually throwing the Barbarian around. Hithering yawn, it just gets right back up too. Classic Bison. No time in the world to sell. Oh, Jesus Christ. The inverted Alabama slam. Out of the corner. Tag to Luger. Luger going right after Cray. And Briggs. Nobody's safe in the warpath of Bob Luger here tonight. As Amari Rivers shows us his thrusting capabilities. Right back to Andrew Briggs. Cameron Cray as well. Bison brought back in off the tag. Murray immediately gets caught again. Will this be the end of the match now? I wouldn't bet my life. Bob Luger. Oh, right into the barricade. Oh, Bison is too. Now this match has just turned into a brawl all around the ring. Referee losing control. I don't know if she had control to begin with, though. To be fair. Bison going to throw Amari shoulder first from the barricade, getting back into the ring, going to save his own skin. Amari might not get back up in time here. Amari might be down for the count, guys. Count of 9. I don't think he's going to get up in time. Can he do it? Oh my God! Count of 9, man. 9.999. Andrew Briggs tagged in. Bob Luger doesn't know who's legal. He's lost so much blood. To the corner goes Briggs. Could only be looking for that knee trembler. Just falls into the cover. Oh shit, sorry about that. I went to grab a water and of course the matchup actually ends. Oh, I went to grab a W Energy, I should say. But it looks like Amare Rivers Cameron Trey and Andrew Briggs able to pick up the win. What a absolute war here. And our main event, and again, I reiterate, if Luger does make it to Homecoming, guys, A, he's going to be crawling into that matchup for the Unified World Tag Team Championship, and God, far from 100%.